Mr. Noisy lives in a house on top of a hill near Wobbletown. Quite an ordinary house, you might say. But if you were to look at while Mr. Noisy was in there, well, that would be different. You see, Mr. Noisy makes such noise that his house wobbles. When Mr. Noisy shuts his front door, bang! The house wobbles. When Mr. Noisy walks up the stairs, clump, 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 it wobbles. And when Mr. Noisy sings, the house, the hill, and the whole top of Wobbletown wobbles. One morning, Mr. Noisy had been shopping in Wobbletown. As usual, he'd been shouting at the top of his voice, "I'd like some fish," he had roared at poor Mrs. Cod, the fishmonger's wife. Bananas and pears, he had boomed at Mr. Green, the greengrocer. 2 cream cakes, he had shouted to Mrs. Crumb, the baker's wife. Oh yes, Mr. Noisy had been very noisy that morning. The people of Wobbletown were quite shaking. All the way home, Mr. Noisy had sung to himself, not quietly as people would. Oh no, not Mr. Noisy. He sang like this. Tra-la, tra-la, tra-la-la, all the way home. I've just eaten half of this page number. Why? Well, it said 8, so I ate it. When he got home, Mr. Noisy had made himself a cup of tea. It was then that Mr. Noisy felt something he never had before. He felt a tickle in his throat. Mr. Noisy tried to clear it. Cough, cough, cough. The door shook, the floor shook, but the tickle stuck firmly in his throat. Mr. Noisy tried again. Cough, cough, cough. The house shook, the hill shook, but the tickle stuck tight and it was getting worse. By bedtime, Mr. Noisy's tickle had turned into a sore throat. By the next morning, he couldn't speak at all. He had lost his voice. There wasn't a sound, not even a squeak. The people of Wobbletown couldn't understand it at all. They were so used to being woken up by Mr. Noisy's banging, clumping, and thumping that they all overslept.